right? Companies offer scholarships, NGOs offer scholarships, governments offer grants and things like that. So there are different avenues to find funding that are not the traditional, what can the school give me? And so I think that's probably how I'd answer that question. There's different avenues for funding, and just to figure out which best suits you, and then hopefully which ones will help you with your education.
I think that answers it. So get more information about some of these opportunities, because that's the truth. I remember when I was in school some years ago, they used to have something called is it bursary, or how to call it? What is this there? You understand? And some of us didn't know. You know, you come from perhaps the Niger Delta region. They have stores. You will not know. Someone will just keep taking the money on your behalf. So ensure that you get to make inquiries. There's fully funded courses and all of that. I should also mention NGOs. And one of the NGOs doing such incredible stuff is, of course, the one who's putting this event together. That's One Foundation. Thank you for that, by the way.
All right, thank you very much. So my name is Abdulrazak Yola. I am currently in my sophomore year studying biochemistry at the University of Lagos.
Sorry, we didn't say to wrap the question and your name. We're not wrapping. Slowly, let's say your name, your department, and your question. Thank you so much.
All right, got it. So again, my name is Yola Abdulrazak. I'm currently in my sophomore year studying biochemistry at the University of Lagos. So my question is, earlier on, you mentioned the significance of prioritization, and I realized that it's actually very clear that one of the things that we Nigerian students struggle with is the fact that we have to read a lot. We attend 8 a.m. classes in the morning, and then by the time it's evening, we're already overwhelmed, we're already inundated, and so we need to relax. And so we have different techniques that we actually use for that prioritization that you mentioned. Some people could go with Pomodoro learning technique. Some people could try to set a smart goal. Whatever they have actually works in that very aspect. But my big question is, how do you draw the parallel between academics and extracurricular activities? Thank you.
Okay, and then the final question. Thank you, your name.
Okay, my name is Samuel Oduwole. So I'm a visual designer, graphic designer. Yeah, so I wanted to you mentioned something about storytelling. Yeah, so I wanted to know how I can tell engaging stories as a creative to attract engaging audiences. Yes, that's what
Thank you. I had said the final question, and then I saw amphitheater. Oh my word. Okay, well, we have a gentleman here and a lady. Okay, quickly. Let's start with you, please.
Okay, I am Victoria, a political science student. So you talk about dreams like passion. So like, okay, let's say you have different kind of things you want to do. You have something you want to do. You have something you want to like impart to the world. But where do you start from?
Where do you start? That's like a jam question, right? I know. And I can hear some people in their mind saying, if you ask me. All right, finally.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shidara from Isnowodo, and I'm a representative of Olakoka Foundation. And over the years, we've been driven towards kids and how to develop the community over the years. And my question is there anything, do you have, in part of your vision, do you have a plan of getting kids together here in this part of the world and impacting their life positively, and see how you could nurture their career, especially when it comes to storytelling, in writing, most especially because I noticed that in this part of the world, we do not really regard that part of the kid's life while growing up, especially taking storytelling as a career right from being from childhood to. So that's my question. Do you have such a vision, and how do you tend to implement it here in Nigeria?
Okay, so in all 5 questions, you said, sorry?
Where do you start?
Where do you even start from like this? The vision is so big. Where do I start from? It's eating me up. So where do I start from? Where do you start from? So let's start with that.
First, yeah. No, it starts with dreaming. And you have to have the dream. But then once you have a dream, so I said dream big dreams, right? Dream scary dreams, and then take small steps. Take small steps. You can dream a very big dream, but you can take small steps to start, right? If you think about it, a baby, they don't grow all their teeth overnight, right? They grow one tooth, and then another tooth, and then eventually they have a whole set of teeth. So where to start is to figure out, okay, what's something small? The biggest thing is to make sure you're continuing to contribute to what your vision is. And so I would say dream those big dreams and then start small.
All right. Someone asked about, look, at Unilag here, these are lecturers and deans and professors. They stress us a lot. We go to our lectures from morning till night. So how do I create a balance between my academic activities and the need for me to just unwind a bit, you know? I mean, it's okay to have fun, right? That's the question.
No, absolutely. I mean, I said it earlier. The point of what I'm saying all this is not to not have fun. It's just to balance. I know you mentioned the 8 a.m. classes, lectures. Listen, I have that back home as well. I've had classes, discussions that are 7:30 in the morning. So I get up extremely early for them. It can be a whole day in classes. I understand. As a student, I also understand. It can be taxing.
Hello,
Right?
sorry, at the gallery. Hello, sorry. I think I'll soon give you guys the mic to come and answer this question. So please, let's listen. Thank you. All right, go ahead.
No, it can be mentally draining as well. I completely understand that. The parallel between academics and extracurriculars, both are equally important. I'm not saying drop extracurriculars, just do academics, drop academics, just do extracurriculars. There's a balance, right? There is a need to unwind. Like back home, for example, I do my schooling, I do all these things, but then I also want to unwind, right? I hang out with friends, we go to the mall, we go to the movies, I play soccer, I play basketball. Yeah, oh really? Yeah. If you guys have like a soccer field or a basketball court out here, I'd go out there and shoot some hoops with you all. But no, it is very important to find that balance. And when I say prioritize, it's not academics, this, and then everything else gets wiped off your plate, right? If you picture a dinner plate, when you all eat, right, you have a section for maybe the vegetables, a section for some carby like pounded yam, a section for the egusi or something like that, right? Maybe some dodo plantains, right? There's a section for each thing, right? Now, some may be a bit bigger, some may be a bit smaller, but you eat all of it, right? And so that priority is, okay, maybe the hanging out, going to the beach, maybe that will be the beef stew, right? Maybe my academics will be the jollof rice. Maybe something else will be the plantain. So it's about balancing all in those portions, because again, you eat all of it at the end of the day, right? You just got to figure out how much time you dedicate to each thing.
All right. Thank you so much. So now you know. So you have to create a balance. The next question, and then there's also the fact that how the things you do when you get to relax too. I think we should pay attention to that, because someone will now say, after all she said we should create a balance. Okay, I'm going to club tomorrow. That's not what we are saying. Or now you guys do drugs and say, oh, it's to create a balance, I'll manage it. That's not what she has said. She mentioned her hobbies: basketball, football, soccer. Have you heard? Basketball, not clubbing, not nightclub. Hey, yo, let's go there. Football, basketball, some other one. Do you swim as well?
Not like competitively. Like I can swim, but not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the next question had to do with someone who is visual storytelling. Yes. Sorry?
There was two about storytelling. One was what if I have a vision to do anything storytelling here, and then the other question was how to tell a compelling story. I think, right? So I think the compelling story was asked first. So I'll answer that one first.
Okay.
How to tell a compelling story. There is no, I can't sit here and say, I know your experiences, I know your perspective, here's how you tell it. How I tell the compelling story is I look at, and I go back to, I think I've talked about today, about a common goal, figuring out what people want, right? You may say, okay, as an artist, I want people to, see that youth can do more in the arts, more in the storytelling. For example, this is an example, right? That would be the story that you want to tell. If you go up to people and say, hey, youth can do more in arts, youth can do more in storytelling, they'll say, okay, and? What does that have to do with me, right? You have to tell them why it matters to them. You can understand why it matters to you. Someone else can understand why it matters to you. But when you're speaking to large audiences, you have to figure out, okay, if I break down what I want to say, what is the one thing that everyone here can agree with? So, for example, when I talk about the girl marriage, education, and stuff like that, how did I ask the question? I didn't go in and say, end girl marriage now.